Hey everybody, Richard Roichu here. Just wanted to do a video. I've been procrastinating all this time. Precambrian Lullaby had asked people to put tag video to do a response video to a tag about what is your favorite piece of music and why. At least that's my memory of it. It was a while ago. I didn't get it done because I thought I could do one really good, and but it never seemed like I could do it good enough, so I kept on procrastinating, and I'm thinking that it's not a good excuse not to do it, so I'll just do it, and here it is. So, what is my favorite piece of music? Well, I have to qualify this. My favorite piece of music is not always necessarily my favorite piece of music because it depends on the mood I'm in. Because I find that music tends to go straight through, around, bypass your let's say your rational faculty, or your thinking cap, whatever you want to call it. When it goes in, it seems to go directly to your emotional centers. It seems to work directly on it without the need to process. It's a sound, or a set of sounds, a series of sounds, whatever you want to call it. But it seems to have a direct connection. And that is interesting because what seems to draw people to particular pieces of music, it has to do with something that touches them in some way. It could be any number of ways. I'm not exactly sure what way it is, but I think it might have something it's just speculation on my part. It might have something to do with memories. There may have been sounds associated with emotional responses to events at a particular time in their history or the past somewhere. And whenever this sound or sequence of sounds comes up, it goes directly and re-triggers that emotional response, so it may be something that close and that personal to them. Just a kind of a guess on my part. Trigger with some, oh, excuse me, some reading material I'd gone through in the past, that someone had said something along those lines, and it resonated with me. So, and I find there seems to be some validity to it because I can't really explain why I like a piece of music a lot of times. I mean, when it comes down to music, I don't know how it works for you, but for me, I've thought about this for a while, and I think the first thing that strikes me about a piece of music is the sound. It has nothing to do with the lyrics or the meaning or the person, the look of the person, anything. It's the sound. The sound hits me first. After that, anything else connected to it would be a bonus. I mean, if the lyrics match up and all that sort of. Well, just for an instance, I like John Lennon's Imagine, and there's a lot of people who do, and I don't know too many people who don't. But the lyrics don't really do much for me. I mean, there's some instances of it, and I guess it depends on how you look at them and how you take them, because they can be applied in interesting ways. It's like anything, is the reading and music, that you can take something, and I find a lot of times this is the case with me anyways, when you take something in, you examine it, you interpret it in some form or fashion. Some people interpret everything negatively, some people everything positively, some people try to go along a medium, and what you want to see, you will see a lot of times, as I see it. If you want to see something bad out there, if your worldview is negative, you're going to find things that will validate it. If your worldview is positive, you will find things that will validate that. And um, so when a piece of music strikes me, it's that sound that grabs me, and then I listen to the a voice is a sound too. So a voice can be very appealing, and that's like an instrument in itself too. It is an instrument, the voice, the way the person uses their vocals, and Then I can get into the meaning of it. Sometimes I don't even bother. I just enjoy the song, enjoy the music, enjoy the melody. Um, Stupid. Here's a little tune. Canadian version of the Logical song. It's called A is A, eh? What do you mean that's not a piece of music? Why wouldn't it be a piece of music? Whenever people refer to anything, it usually has a piece of music, right? So, that's a piece of music. 21 note. Some people might say, oh, it has to be more than one note. What constitutes a piece of music? I don't know. If you like it, I guess it's music to your ears. People say various things about various sounds, and some people will call things music to my ears. It will be a series of sounds that ends up being a language that says something you want to hear. Okay. Anyways, what's my favorite piece of music? My favorite piece of music right now. Now I could say, okay, there's kind of a history that comes back, and I could say that two pieces of music that I like to see together from way back because they helped me get through some rough times is by the Moody Blues, from the album A Question of Balance, and I like Melancholy Man, and I like the one right after it, The Balance. I find they kind of help things along. The first one is a sense of not, it gives me a sense of not being alone. The second one gives me hope. And those are favorite pieces of music that I like. Right now, I am really enjoying one piece of music, and I've learned how to play it, and I've recorded it. It's on another video that I'll link this one to, so you can look at it if you want to. And if you, I'm sorry, I'm not a professional musician or singer, so if it hurts, I apologize. I enjoy singing it. I enjoy playing it, even though I do it roughly. But that song is A Rainbow Connection. I'll put something up around here somewhere about who it's by, who it's written by and stuff. But Kermit the Frog was the first one I'd ever heard it from, and I really enjoyed it. It was a frog living in a swamp, singing about the beautiful things of life, and I thought that was wonderful. So I'm silly. I like to be. I get emotional about things, and that one really struck me. A lot of times I have a hard time singing it. I get choked up in the words. But I like that piece of music. It has a nice sound. Okay, I'm going to start from there. It has a nice sound. I like the sound of it. And then I like how I interpret it. I like the meaning of it. The Rainbow Connection. That thing seems to be what I'd call the most important thing in existence, in living things. The seeking, searching for something beautiful, something worthwhile, something wonderful. The Rainbow Connection. I know a lot of people are talking about what's magic and all this. I'm not a big proponent of magic. But sometimes there's a reference to it that goes a long way to explain things, because there are a lot of things that we regarded as magic at one time, and then things were discovered about them and we found they aren't magic. But it still has a magical kind of aspect to it. The Rainbow Connection. The desire to find a link between what is and what could be, let's say. It's beautiful. I can't think of anything else to say about it right now. That's where I am right now. That's what I got. The Rainbow Connection. I'll leave it there. Hope you like that. Thanks. Bye for now.